don't want you to ever think that like I'm disappointed. I'm here for all of it. I support you in whatever decision you make, and I just want to see you do well.
Hello, what is up you guys? So there's no plan to this video. I don't know if it's going to be unorganized, but I just felt motivated to pick up the camera and explain to you guys how I came to the decision to switch over to the wellness division and just like my thought process. So I guess going back to like the very beginning, ever since the wellness division came out, part of me has wondered like, is that where I truly belong? Like, because I've always been leg dominant. Like, I did sports growing up and I just grow like leg muscle very quickly, I feel like. And you know, literally all my life I would get so many compliments on my quads. And then while I was in the bikini division, that's, if you're a bikini competitor, then you know, like when you get a quad compliment, it's sort of like a backhanded compliment. So honestly, I literally have never trained quads in my life because even when I was in high school, I just felt like my legs were like too big. Like, I don't know, I honestly don't know where it started. I just didn't want bigger legs. So I literally never trained quads. Like when I was in prep and wanted to be in the bikini division, I literally would just train like hamstrings and glutes. And then any type of squat movement, I would like try and go light and just have like a really, really strong mind muscle connection to engage the glutes. And honestly, it was just really frustrating. Like during my glute days when my quads would start to kick in. So yeah, like when I was in bikini, I feel like I really was just fighting genetics. Like in posing, in glute training, I was just always so worried about my quads taking over or my quads looking too big. And then, so I guess sort of what finally made it click was when I went to the New York Pro and I saw the pros in person. And let me tell you, Instagram and reality are way different. Like obviously they all look incredible, but I just never realized like just how petite bikini really is. And then I just started to think like, can I really get that small? Like at the pro level, like my legs will always just be too dominant and too big. So that's when I sort of started to seriously think about switching divisions. And then I talked to like and then I talked to some of my really close friends and I talked to my coach. And, you know, they were all super supportive and they felt like I would do really well in wellness. And honestly, as a bikini competitor, a lot of the time, you know, people would ask me, they'd be like, are you bikini or are you wellness? And they were like, well, you would do well in wellness if you ever wanted to. You know, so many people have told me, like, you have the legs for it and stuff like that. But my heart was just so set on bikini. Like, that's how I fell into this sport. That's how I fell in love with the sport. Like I still love bikini so much. But something one of my friends told me was like, sometimes you have to work with your body instead of against it. So that was definitely one of the things that really stuck with me and helped me come to this decision. And it was hard. It was really, really hard. And you know, saying goodbye to bikini, I honestly got like sort of emotional. And honestly, these past months have just felt like a lot of big decisions and changes and everything, and just like scary changes and risks and stuff. But it's like there's been a lot of times where I question like, did I do the right thing pulling out of prep, or like, am I making the right decision going into wellness? But honestly, the more time passes and like the longer I sit with my decision, I feel like I did make the right decision. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it is scary, but it's supposed to be. So, when I was really thinking about if I should stay in bikini or switch to wellness, like if you break it down and just literally just look at the words of it, like, do I want to fit into bikini or grow into wellness? So it's like literally when you break it down, it's choosing between trying to fit in or growing. And I always want to grow. That's what this sport is about. So so I chose to grow, and that means to do wellness. So, and just I wanted to do this sport to really tap into my true potential. So I was like, by always avoiding legs, like I will never ever reach my true potential. So I just decided to take the risk and start to train legs, which has been really, really fun to actually be able to train hard. So we're just gonna train legs, see how I respond. But yeah, like I was saying, I really, really, really debated it because I love bikini so much, but after the New York Pro, like this phrase just kept running through my mind, and it's like, that move you've been afraid to make may just be it. So, this month has been a month of risks, but I feel like they will all be worth it. So I'm really excited for this next part of my journey, and I'm excited to grow and eat some more food. Also, I wanted to say, like I said before, there were times when I questioned if I was doing the right thing, but the longer I sat with the decision, then I felt like I made the right decision. And honestly, switching to wellness, I feel, honestly, it's sort of like empowering because like I said, when I was in high school and when I was younger, I always felt like my legs were too big. But now switching to wellness and being able to grow my legs, like, I just feel like I'm becoming a role model I needed when I was younger. So, I feel like I definitely made the right decision, and I feel like wellness was meant for me. And honestly, like I said, when it first came out, I even questioned if I should do bikini or wellness. So I feel like the decision sort of has always been clear. It just took my heart longer to realize it. But yeah, so those are the updates. I do want to film a video just about the mental challenges I have been struggling with this past month, with reverse dieting, pulling out of prep and all that. But honestly, I've just been taking some time away from filming and just putting all my energy towards getting my mind back into a right spot. So if that means I can't film as much or I can't make as many videos, then yeah, so sorry if you guys have been wanting that. I promise I'll make a video about it eventually. There's been a lot going through my mind, so I just kind of wanted to gather my thoughts, but a video about that is definitely coming. And yeah, stay tuned and follow me on Instagram to keep up with my journey switching to wellness. Alright, so I actually decided to post a Q&A on my Instagram, so I am just going to go through some of those. So, the first question is there any specific size/measurement goals for the transition? So yeah, there's no specific size, there's no specific measurement I want my legs to be or anything, just because, there's so many different body types, and I'm short, so what may look good on someone taller than me may not look good on me. So that's a really big part of the sport, is realizing that what may look good on one competitor doesn't necessarily look good on your physique. So you just have to figure out through competing and judges' feedback and everything, what they think looks best for you. But I did want to do a measurement of the circumference of my legs before I start really training them. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. so they are, oh, that's bright. So they are like 21 inches right now. And I think actually I have like a chart of my very first prep ever when I was 17, and I like want to say they were like 19 or something, but obviously I was 17, so like whatever. But yeah, so that's the first question. And then the second question I got was like, what made you want to make this switch? What triggered it? What motivated you to switch? So I guess the thing that triggered the switch was just going to the New York Pro and actually seeing the pro athletes like in person with, you know, with no effects, no editing, no nothing. So that's what triggered the switch. And then I just started to think, like, where do I think I would really do well in? Like, what division do I think really fits me? So yeah. And then next question, how did you know the switch was right for you? So honestly, at first, like, I didn't know. And like I said in the earlier clips, there have definitely been times where, you know, I've like second guessed myself, where I've wondered if I made the right decision. But again, like, the longer I sit with my decisions and everything, the more I feel like I made the right decision. And I forget if I like said this in the other clips, but when I was like going back and forth and everything and debating between bikini and wellness, there's this like one phrase that is like, if it scares you but excites you at the same time, then you probably should do it. So I have just been sort of going by that in multiple aspects of my life right now. But yeah, so that is, I guess, sort of, that's that. And then some other questions I got. Are you excited to train quads? So yeah, I'm definitely excited to start training quads. It feels like so different, so new to, you know, be doing those types of movements and everything. So I'm having fun with it. I've never really had a quad day, so honestly my quads are sort of weak, but we all start somewhere. So and then the last question, I got some that were, what are you most excited about your switch? So I think what I'm most excited about is just to see my physique transform and to really be able to push myself in like all muscle groups now. Because like I've said, I've been holding back like completely on training legs pretty much. Like, it was only glutes and hamstrings I was training, so I've been completely holding back on training quads. So just being able to train them and eat some more, train hard, I'm just really excited to see how my physique changes. So those were all the questions that I got. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned.
Damn, Aiden, you a killer.